My fiancée shared a post saying she was going to have her fiancé undergo a lie detector exam prior to the marriage. If he truly cares for me, he shouldn't have any secrets to conceal. I left a reply, "Solid plan, your turn comes first." Then I went ahead and arranged 2 sessions, forwarding her the booking info. When the operator presented her with the inquiries I had prepared concerning her loyalty, I 33M was browsing Instagram last Tuesday and came across my fiancée Bethany's 29F update in my feed. Large, striking font laid over an image of us taken the previous month, forcing my guy to pass a polygraph before tying the knot. If he genuinely loves me and has zero to conceal, proving it should be simple. Trust but confirm, girls. Clever wife-to-be, 0 hidden truths, pre-marriage check. I sat staring at the screen for a full minute. We had been engaged 8 months, dating 3 years altogether. The ceremony was 4 months away. Payments made, location reserved, save the dates sent. And she puts this online. She was over at her friend Krista's place for their regular wine evening. I captured a screenshot and messaged her, "We have to discuss this once you're back." She responded right away. "Discuss what?" "The exam, honey, it's simply cautious." My cousin and her spouse did the same, and it brought them real reassurance. "You never consulted me, you broadcast it to everyone. I figured you'd make a big deal out of it." If there's nothing shady going on, what's the issue? I set the phone aside and reflected. She wants a lie detector? All right then. Excellent suggestion, I replied, but you go first. The typing bubbles popped up, vanished, popped up once more. What do you mean? What? If this is happening, both of us get tested. You're after openness? Then let's have full openness. That's absurd. I'm not the person who has to demonstrate anything. Why's that? If you've got no secrets, what's stopping you? No reply for 20 minutes, then we'll hash it out when I return. She arrived home near 11 p.m., already on edge. I can't believe you're flipping this onto me. You broadcast it without checking with me first, I responded evenly. If lie detector exams are on the table, they apply to both sides. Fair openness. That's unjust. I'm the one who brought it up, and I'm on board as long as you lead the way. Show you've got nothing to conceal. Her cheeks flushed. This is classic controlling conduct, Travis. I'm safeguarding our future marriage, yet you're twisting it into some dominance game. I'm not trying to control you. I'm simply reflecting your approach. You push for exams, then we both do them. I have no reason to do one. Why is that? Because I'm not the one doubting trust. I don't doubt trust. You clearly do, since you insist I undergo a polygraph. So let's both do it and wipe the slate clean. She stammered briefly, snatched her bag. I'm crashing at Krista's tonight. Perhaps you'll think more clearly tomorrow. Once she was gone, I pulled a somewhat spiteful move. I added a comment beneath her open post. Brilliant notion, sweetheart. Already reserved slots for the 2 of us. You're up first, though. Set the standard. And I followed through. Located a certified polygraph specialist. Secured 2-time slots spaced 3 days apart. It set me back $800 total. I forwarded Bethany the confirmation message including her slot info. Hers was set for Saturday, 2 p.m. mine for the following Tuesday, same time. Update 1, Bethany completely flipped out upon receiving the email. Phoned me at the office Thursday morning, yelling nonstop. You can't book something like this on your own without my say-so. You publicly declared you were forcing me into one without my input. I'm simply acting on the concept you introduced. This is crazy. I'm not going through with a polygraph. Why refuse? You claim you've got nothing to hide, correct? That's missing the point. That is precisely the point. You aim to verify my integrity. Let's verify yours as well. I'm calling it off. Too late. The deposit's non-refundable. Also, if you back out, I back out of mine. Then I'll comment under your very public post explaining you declined the exact exam you required from me. Quiet. Then you're acting like a jerk. I'm acting fairly. Saturday, 2 p.m. The specialist's location is downtown. I'll handle the drive. She ended the call abruptly. Later that evening, her mother phoned. Diane, she'd never been fond of me, believed I lacked enough drive for her daughter. Travis, Bethany's extremely distressed, I'm aware. She refuses to do the polygraph she openly insisted upon for both of us. Well, she never intended to take one herself. That was aimed at you. True, yet if we're examining honesty and loyalty for our marriage, it makes sense for both parties to participate. That's outrageous. She's always been completely loyal to you. You, however, me, however, what? Silence. Well, I'm unsure what you might have done. Precisely. You're unsure, which is why testing both removes every question mark. She sighed loudly and disconnected. Saturday arrived. Bethany hardly uttered a word all morning, attempted to say she felt unwell. I mentioned we could postpone, but I'd still drop mine and share the reason openly. We drove to the specialist's place without speaking. The examiner, Paul, appeared mid-50s. Former police, now handling business and personal polygraphs, extremely professional. He outlined the procedure, the inquiries, the mechanics. I'd provided questions beforehand. Typical relationship ones. Have you engaged in sexual relations with anyone else while we've been together? Have you developed romantic interest in another person during our time together? Have you misrepresented your location or companions to me? Have you concealed significant financial obligations or other major secrets? Is anything currently hidden that might harm our marriage? Bethany entered the examination room. I remained in the waiting area. The whole session lasted roughly 2 hours, including prep and questioning. Afterward, Paul invited me into his office. Bethany sat in the waiting area, face ashen. Mr. Travis, I'll be straightforward. Your fiancé displayed strong signs of deception on several key questions. My heart sank. Which one specifically? He displayed the charts. The initial one, regarding sexual involvement with others, obvious deception signals. The one concerning dishonesty about location, deception shown. The one about concealed matters, strong deception. What exactly does that indicate? It indicates she wasn't truthful on those items. Polygraphs aren't infallible, but the patterns here are quite evident. I suggest a candid discussion with her. I settled the remaining fee, stepped into the waiting area. Bethany was in tears. Let's head home, I said softly. In the vehicle, she spoke before I could. The machine is mistaken. Those devices aren't dependable. I answered honestly, yet it flagged me as deceptive. Bethany, what is it? Please just explain. She stayed silent for a long stretch. Finally, it happened only twice, and it occurred prior to our engagement. Ice ran through me. Twice what? There's this colleague at work, Cole. It was 2 occasions, but that was before your proposal. It shouldn't count. When exactly before the proposal? Roughly a month prior. I proposed 3 years and 1 month back. A month earlier, we discussed cohabitation, future plans, and she'd been collaborating with him the entire period. It held no meaning, purely physical. I picked you, Travis. I accepted your proposal after being intimate with him. It was an error, twice. I apologize, but you can't hold anger over this. You forced me into that ridiculous exam. This is on you for insisting. I nearly chuckled. Almost. You insisted I undergo a lie detector to confirm my loyalty, yet you've concealed your own infidelity. That was 3 years back. You misrepresented your whereabouts. Several times, it seems, since the exam detected that as well. What other falsehoods exist? She dried her cheeks, nothing else. The results disagree. We reached home. I headed directly to my laptop and researched wedding cancellation terms. She trailed me into the study. What are you up to? Checking our losses if the wedding is scrapped. You're not actually ending things over an incident from 3 years ago that I never needed to disclose. You had to disclose because you flunked the polygraph you yourself required. I required it of you because you were projecting your guilt. You were unfaithful, so you presumed I was too. That's not. I simply needed certainty. Certainty that I matched your level of dishonesty. Well, fortunately, I don't, though we'll never confirm it since I'm dropping my session. You need to do yours now. Why bother? Yours already failed. No wedding means no reason. She began breathing rapidly. You can't do that. All the arrangements are set, guests traveling in. The location, my gown. You should have considered consequences before betraying me and concealing it for 3 years. I'm phoning my mom. Feel free. Update 2. Diane arrived within the hour. Along with Bethany's sister Michelle for reinforcement. The trio launched an intervention right in my living room. Travis, this is irrational, Diane opened. How exactly am I irrational? Bethany committed a single error long ago. You're discarding your whole partnership over that? She betrayed me twice with a coworker, then hid it for 3 full years. Then insisted I validate my loyalty. Yes, I'm discarding it, Michelle interjected. Guys cheat constantly and women pardon them. You won't even pardon a single slip. 2 slips. 2 separate choices to sleep with another man, and I'm not required to pardon any of it. She selected you, Diane argued. She agreed to marry you. That carries weight. It means she chose security or Cole didn't want commitment. Bethany dissolved into new sobs. That's false. I love you. I want our marriage. You loved me 3 years ago as well. That didn't prevent your actions. We weren't engaged then. So only marriage would have restrained you. That's hardly comforting, Bethany. Diane rose. Fine, you want to dig in? Scrap the wedding. But you cover half the financial hit. She did nothing to earn financial penalty. Actually, review the agreements. My name appears on the venue, catering, photography. I handled bookings. I covered initial payments from my funds. Her complexion reddened. You're not serious, completely serious. I'm terminating all contracts tomorrow. You'll receive any available reimbursements. Most deposits, however, are forfeited at this stage. That's thousands lost. You should have weighed that before pushing for a polygraph that revealed your own disloyalty. Michelle stepped close. You're spiteful and heartless. My sister merits someone better. Then let her search for him. Perhaps Cole remains single. Bethany shrieked at that remark and hurled a decorative candle my direction. It missed. It smashed on the wall. Everyone here needs to exit, I stated calmly. Immediately. This is her residence as well. No, it is. The lease is solely in my name. She relocated into my place. Bethany, gather your belongings and depart by next weekend. You can't evict me. I can and I will. Out by next Sunday or items go into storage. You cover the charges. They departed. Though not before Diane warned I'd rue this choice for the remainder of my days. Monday, I began the calls. The venue represented the largest hit, $8,500 non-recoverable. Catering lost $3,200. Photographer refunded partially, roughly $100 back. DJ returned nearly everything minus $200. Overall loss around $13,000. Bethany's gown cost $2,800 on her card, her responsibility. Bridesmaid outfits were covered by the bridesmaids. My tux rental was $150, no real loss since canceled. Altogether, I absorbed $13,000, painful but preferable to a later divorce. Then matters turned chaotic. Bethany revised her original Instagram post. Update, my former fiancé couldn't face accountability, ended our wedding because I requested honesty from him. Bullet dodged. No reference to her results, no explanation of the true cause. Her comment area overflowed with encouragement. You're better without him, men suck, he didn't deserve you. One of my cousins spotted it and rang me. Bro, what went down? I explained the facts. She requested permission to share. I agreed, provided she remained discreet. Within 24 hours, the accurate version spread. My cousin avoided names, merely noted a guy's fiancé insisted on his polygraph. He required hers first. She failed, confessed to infidelity. Now she's portraying herself as the victim publicly. Word reached Bethany. She phoned, enraged. You spread that I was unfaithful. You're the one playing victim publicly. I'm merely setting facts straight. That's confidential. Your original post wasn't confidential. You made the matter public by posting about exams initially. Remove it. I can't remove others' comments. Perhaps revise your post with complete honesty. She disconnected. 2 days afterward, Cole, the coworker, contacted me. Travis, hi, it's Cole. I work alongside Bethany. I recognize who you are. Okay. Look, I learned about the situation, the wedding cancellation and all. I simply wanted to express. I had no clue you two were that committed back then. She described your relationship as casual. We dated 2 years when the incidents occurred. Yeah, I understand that now. She misled me as well, man. Claimed you two were on a break or similar. I wouldn't have, I'm not the type. Yet you were intimate with her twice. The second occasion she claimed you de-split. Listen, I only wanted to offer my regret. I feel terrible regarding it. Does your current partner know? I'd noticed his Instagram. He'd been involved with someone for 2 years. Extended pause, not yet. You might want to address it soon. Bethany isn't exactly staying silent. He ended the call soon after. I felt minor guilt over that remark. Only minor. Final update, 6 weeks have passed since scrapping the wedding. Here's the aftermath summary. Week 1, Bethany relocated. Her father arrived with a truck, her brother too. They ignored me completely, loaded her possessions, and drove off. She attempted to claim the coffee table I'd purchased pre-relationship. I blocked that. She wept over it. I remained unmoved. Later learned she returned to her parents' home. Diane is reportedly giving her a hard time, questioning why she hadn't simply stayed quiet about everything. Week 2, certain friends of Bethany contacted me, not angrily, to express regret. Apparently, Bethany had spent months telling them I was likely unfaithful, acting secretive. She deconstructed a storyline to defend demanding the polygraph. One friend, Ashley, shared that Bethany had acted oddly about Cole for years, mentioned him frequently. We assumed it was work-related, now it clicks. I asked Ashley whether she believed it truly happened only twice. She paused, unsure. Bethany attended numerous after-work gatherings over the years. That disturbed me for several days. Questioning what else the polygraph missed. Then it hit me. Irrelevant. She deceived sufficiently regardless of the full extent. Week 3, a message arrived from Cole's girlfriend. Evidently, Bethany contacted her to confess about the past intimacy with Cole years earlier. In the process, she noted Cole had recently texted to check in. Cole's girlfriend ended things. She then thanked me for the earlier heads-up. It prompted her to question him about his past with Bethany, leading to discovery of recent messages. Thus, Cole lost his relationship as well. I can't claim sympathy. Week 4, a letter from an attorney arrived. Bethany threatened legal action for emotional harm and reputational injury, seeking $25,000. My attorney replied sharply. In essence, your client initiated the polygraph demand, failed it, confessed disloyalty, and subsequently shared deceptive online content. Defamation countersuit prepared should this continue. No further word on the suit. Bethany switched her Instagram to private afterward. Mutual acquaintances reported she removed the initial polygraph post and nearly all mentions of me. Far too late. Week 5, my brother's wife mentioned encountering Bethany at Target. Bethany attempted the victim role. Travis shattered my heart over nothing. Until my sister-in-law replied, he narrowly escaped disaster. You betrayed him. Bethany abandoned her cart and exited the store. Wedding invitations had already been mailed. I sent a group text to all invitees. Wedding canceled. Relationship terminated. No gifts required. No details necessary. Apologies for any travel arrangements made. Received plenty of supportive replies. A handful inquired about details. I stayed general. We realized we weren't suited after all. Most learned the actual story regardless. Close circles spread news. Now 6 weeks later, I'm managing all right. Not fantastic. The disloyalty still aches. The deception aches deeper. The hypocrisy demanding proof of something she herself was guilty of, that hurts worst. But I'm relieved I challenged her challenge. Relieved I required her to go first. Had she never made that Instagram post, I might have married her completely unaware. The $13,000 hit stings. Yet it's far less than a divorce would cost, and infinitely less than spending a lifetime with someone capable of such effortless lies. Bethany is reportedly in therapy now, positive step. Hopefully she unpacks whatever convinced her that social media move was wise. As for me, I'm stepping away from dating for a long while, perhaps permanently, who can say. Trust feels distant these days, but at least I'm not preparing vows with someone who'd betray me then insist I prove my own fidelity. The irony still brings a wry chuckle at times. In a sharp "this is reality now" manner, someone inquired whether I regret insisting she test first. Not in the slightest. Best $400 expenditure ever. Spared me years of doubt, partial truths, discovering years later, perhaps with children involved, that my spouse had deceived since before the engagement. The polygraph originated with her. I merely ensured it fulfilled its actual role. Exposing reality, she sought openness. She received it, merely not in the form she anticipated.